Hi everyone, my name is Joey and you've clicked on Phoenix hashtag Rising from the Ashes. It's my channel about not talking about life when you deal with anxiety, depression, and ADHD. I have not actually been diagnosed ADHD, and I'm feeling the need to say that because it seems very important to some people, whether it's diagnosed or not. And people feel very strongly about self-diagnosing, and I can appreciate the argument from both sides, but I'm just being upfront and saying not diagnosed. I actually asked my doctor, who I saw recently, if it's worth going through all the trouble to get diagnosed. And she said she felt like it was, because a lot of the time, if you are treating your condition as if it's just anxiety, depression, bipolar, that sort of thing, and there's really like an ADHD factor in there, then you're not really treating the whole thing. Like, you're never going to get sort of over those hurdles that medication and therapy or self work and reflection, that sort of thing, all those things, like, it's not going to matter if there's still that ADHD component working against you. And that's the reason why I self-diagnose as ADHD. I don't really know for sure, but like I'd seriously be surprised if it wasn't. So I've kind of been living life with that sort of mindset, just so I can notice the things that I do that sort of go along with that. So far, it's like all of them. We're just like, I don't know why I'm embarrassed, but like, it's not my fault, but it's embarrassing anyway. When you take these like quizzes online or whatever, and it's like, do you have ADHD? And you click on like the most worst or whatever highest answer for like every single question. Maybe there's one question where it's like medium strength, maybe two. But like everything else, you're like, well, damn, I'm fucked. Jesus. Okay. I don't really like to think of it like that. I just like to, I try really hard not to. But I mean, it doesn't, I'm going with the la-di-da impression in life that it doesn't have to be that way. And like, there's some way to sort of, I don't know, beat those odds, I guess. I haven't done it yet, but like, at least I'm here. I haven't been posting videos in the last 2 months, maybe 3 by now. I don't know. Because the last 3 months have been like, kind of the tie-up of the end of a very different year for me. And there was a lot of things that happened last year at this time that like really screwed my whole world up. I tried to not let it. I tried to not show it. But it's in here. It's here. And it hurts. It doesn't really hurt. Unless headaches count. Do headaches count? Because like, I get a lot of headaches. But anyway, it hurts here. It hurts here. Sorry. Where was I? Okay, I think to continue. I take the self-diagnosis of ADHD, I wouldn't say with a grain of salt, but I don't take it like, oh my God, it's a, doom sentence, or oh my God, I have an excuse to be a shit now. I don't think of it like anything other than, and I just sort of keep it in mind and try to be mindful of how I respond to things in my world. Up until, I bet seriously, a year ago, I hadn't thought of it in terms of ADHD, just in terms of anxiety and depression, bipolar, that sort of thing. Manic depressive, I don't know what they call it. But in the last year that I've been sort of switching it to that mindset, I want to say it's been helpful. I think it's been helpful. But then I think of well, you haven't done your channel in 2 months and put a new video out. So how helpful has it been? So then the other side says well, you've been dealing with a lot of shitty shitters and stuff in life, lately. So there's that. And you haven't been entirely not making videos. I have quite a few videos from, it's May right now, and I have video, I think as far back as January, that I haven't put together and put out. And because I'm trying to take this channel seriously and doing this seriously, I'm very hard on myself, and you bad, you haven't been doing it. But I know that's how people are a lot of the times when they have mental health problems. They can't get themselves on some kind of schedule of reliability to complete tasks or even eat. I mean, it's just hard. It's really hard. So you end up doing things all half-assed sometimes. Although when I say half-assed, I don't mean half-assed I don't do it well. I mean half-assed I wait till the last frickin' minute to do it. I always try to do things as best as I can. I just wait till the very last minute. And I used to kind of blame that on my mom, because my mom is totally that way. But I don't anymore. ADHD. Huh. Who knew? So that's what my channel's about. It is about me trying to just navigate life, and I have a soon-to-be 7-year-old, and I have a partner who lives here with me, and this is my mom's house, and we all try to get along. But before I go, I just want to show you something that is also something I like to do on the channel from time to time, and that is fish. And we have a herd of guinea pigs. I mean, by herd, I'm there's just 4, and one of them lives in a different cage, but whatever. There's a lot of pigs. So this is the latest fish I have. His name is Freddie Mercury. He's a king beta. And the reason I'm showing him, there's 2 reasons, really. The first reason is I acquired him Hi, handsome boy. Oh, he's flailing at me. He never does that. Freddie. Oh my God. I didn't mean anything. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Betta fish don't like it when you film them, apparently. So I got Freddie there completely, what's the word? Impulsively. I was in the pet store one morning after we dropped the kid off, trying to get something there that I needed, legitly. And I found the thing, but I also found an idea in my head. And I thought, oh, because they had a lot of great looking betas. And they have this guy. He's a king beta, which I guess just means he's like bigger. He doesn't have really flowy fins either. He's not that kind of beta. He's more streamlined. But I've always wanted one of them. And besides him, they had a lot of others to choose from. And so I just got this idea, like, I could put a beta tank in the closet. Yeah, why not? That will be perfect. That will be perfect. My partner's in the car waiting for me. And mind you, we don't got, like, money to do shit with, basically. Like, it's pretty shameful. But anyway, back to King Beta. So I'm looking around the store and I see this filter. You see that thing way in the back? It's kind of like got a little indentation in it. Every time I look at it, I think it's like I don't know, like a face or something. That's like its mouth, but it's all submersive into the system. And it's good for like up to 20 gallons. I don't use hang on the back filters. I don't believe in them. I wouldn't put a canister filter in here likely for a 6-gallon tank. So like I see this filter and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. So I don't know, somehow I walk around the store for like, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes, as you do, and convince myself that this is a good idea. There's no problem spending this money, even though at this point in the month we were like, you know, counting change to stay within our means. But my ass is like, yes, okay, this is an awesome idea. Let's do it. So I did it. And I got out to the car. And my partner's like, seriously pissed. And I had kind of sort of half-heartedly rehearsed what I was going to say by way of explanation and like, you know, to smooth things over. But she wasn't hearing any of that. Like there was there was none of that. Like, oh my God. And my partner can tend to just sort of yell like just a lot. And you can't really defend yourself, I've found, because it seems to be something that just needs to work itself out of the system. So after years together, I know this, and I just sort of like sit in the car the whole way home and let her yell at me. But in the midst of the yelling, she started to say things and make me feel things that I don't really usually do. Because, like, at full disclosure, internet, I'm a dick and will just do what I fucking want anyway. I mean, like, don't tell anybody, but it's true. So She said something to the effect of, we're really working hard here to be honest with each other about what we're doing with our money and to work together to spend it in the best way, blah, 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 blah. Like really quite reasonable things to say. And when the yelling starts to make a lot of sense like that, it gives me pause to be like, oh, perhaps I didn't do the right thing. So, standard procedure when we have disagreements of this nature, although this one was quite bad because she doesn't often, like a lot of it is just like blah, 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 but she doesn't often say things that are so, cut to the quick like that. And that's when I know, oh, it's just, I really screwed up. So, hi, Freddie. Look at you, gorgeous. I know. So by the time we got home, we could talk about it, and we did. And at the end of the conversation, she kind of understood where I was coming from, wanting it in here. And I understood where she was coming from, like, seriously, we have to work together on this, or it's like we're gonna sink. And we weren't mad at each other all day or anything like that. It was, we made up. We talked it out, and I felt better. But I felt better, and she felt better. But it was still like I still feel very guilty. But like I just keep doing shit like this because you know what? Oh, by the way, Freddie, where are you? So at the end of this discussion, argument, whatever, my partner's like, okay, I forgive you, make it work, but I get to name him Freddie Mercury. I was like, that's okay, deal. Where is he? I want to film him. Oh, they go back to the little turds. Okay, anyway. So, just really quick here, I'm going to tell you this last thing because it's extremely exciting. And then I'm going to wrap up and I'm going to put this video out, and I will put out the ones that I have in storage in due time. And as long as I keep going on this, any movement is better than none at all. Tomorrow, my partner and I are going to drive maybe an hour away to a small unincorporated town from an ad we saw on Craigslist. Well, I never said it like that before. That doesn't sound too good. Well, anyway, there is an aquarium system, the stand, the tank, filter, light, lid, I think even a heater. I think they even have 2 plecos that are small. 60 gallons for $250. So what's this ass gonna do? If I can go buy it, it's not gonna be good. Like, literally, I'm gonna be in trouble. But yet I'm still doing it because it's a dream come true. I couldn't pass up that opportunity. It is a dream come true. If I was to purchase a tank of this nature and all that equipment, it would be $1,000 to $3,000, like, easily. And I do not have the money to do that for, I don't know when I will. So I saw this opportunity and like I took it, and I did get approval from my other half this time. But I do not have, my mom doesn't know, and it's going to go in the kitchen. So it's like, she'll see it. It is going to replace the 15-gallon fish tank that's been there for a while now. And all of those fish are going to go in the big one. But it is going to be pretty big. So if you want to know what happens, I'm sure I will share. Come back and like the video, comment on the video. Please comment on the video. And I will comment back.